What you laughing at me? What happened?
No, not laughing. I muted my microphone while blowing my nose and just see the reaction to different things. And that was not on stream, so no one heard any laughing. But, oh my goodness. It's been a long day.
All right, Fade's ready. We're going.
We just need to finish up within the next hour and a half, because every place that sells food will be closed after 2 a.m. That's my only concern.
Not in New York. 4 a.m., baby.
Is this a case where you're just rubbing his...
that are open till 4, but I don't want to take a train to go grab something to eat. I want to walk in my neighborhood.
1 block away. 4 a.m.
So we got a little bit of New York versus Chicago rivalry going on here between Hex and Slasher. You know, it's okay. We all know that Chicago has the better pizza. Actually, I don't take sides of pizza war, but I just want to
I totally disagree. New York pizza is far superior to Chicago, but we do own the hot dog better than any other city.
You can have it. It's fine.
You can have Slasher not even impressed by the mastery of the hot dog, just doesn't even care. But about stuff that people should care about. As the Faze defense is rolling out, it might be early for Gibraltar defense, but Shadowbird does not care. Will be repping the Genji once again. Forsaken on the Zarya, Factor Fiction on the Reinhardt, Raucous on Ana, Grego, Gebby, and Lucio in Too Easy. Rounding things out, Gebby looking for those picks on the Hog.
Now, last time that Shadowburn got picked within the first 15 seconds, he went immediately onto Reaper. Have to wonder if he will decide to do that again or kind of stick it out on Genji D.
All right, Shore4 is going to run an offensive Genji, which is interesting. So we will have some Genji v Genji battles. Factor Fiction up in a very aggressive position here. I don't know if he's going to go for one of those really interesting charges early on, or if they're going to try to set Too Easy up behind him to go for a hook. Nope, he's just trying to hit an early fire strike. Very interesting position for Factor Fiction. Gonna have to rotate out, though.
Alrighty. Well, will be the battle of Genji, Shadowburn versus Shore4, both battling for control of ninjutsu. And right now, pretty standard stuff coming out for C9, just pushing the cart. We'll see if they decide to go over the top or through, but just between both Genjis here, trying to build for assault, and Shore4 well on his way when compared to Shadowburn. Not something you see too often with how much Shadowburn plays on Genji, but C9 in a pretty good spot as they get continual payload progress.
Oh, nice hook in, takes Mendo really out of position. They are unable to finish that up, though, as Mendo's going to get healed up in the back lines. Factor Fiction shield about to crack as they try to go in. Still pretty bloodless. Another giant hook comes on to Shore4. Shore4 able to dash away. The support's really erasing the stakes from their team right now.
They absolutely are. Shore4 still alive due to that support play. Gets the backline, and here comes Nano Boost. Factor Fiction on a roll. Knocks down 4 people. What an earth shatter. Just devastation coming out from this Reinhardt's hammer. Mendo able to pull it back a little bit. Takes out Factor Fiction, and C9, like I said, it's kind of hard to get them out once they're in, and good recovery, honestly, for how that started with a 4-person earth shatter.
They've also been so hurt this entire time. They're taking so much damage. They are going to get Sound Barrier here on the defense, try to bring this back. As Factor Fiction does rotate in, Shore4 does get the Dragon Blade out, takes out Forsaken very early, but Shadowburn, in turn, with Too Easy, takes out Shore4 the threat, and he's going to whole hog to ensure that that is not going to be a push that is continuing. Only 2 tanks alive, and Rib and Kai trying to bring back in here. They have to be careful. I think they're about to feed their lives in.
They might be feeding their lives. This is the eternal fight, but the defense coming back in strong. Too Easy with the hook to set things up. And now with 2 minutes left, things might be starting to get a little bit grim for C9. I mean, yes, they have 3 to 4 pushes remaining. They have a sound barrier, but they really needed to get that through there. That was their best opportunity. And you don't know what's going to happen here between a Nano Boost, potential on Shadowburn, more Dragon Blades. This could end up bad. Oh my god! What a hook on the Shore4 from Too Easy. He is feeling it right now. Is that Harblue?
He got the flashbang too. Shadowburn was up top, got punished, but Shadowburn able to dive off of the top. Shore4 exposed himself going for that pick onto Shadowburn, but he is the one who was picked in turn. That's going to slow down the next push. You don't want to do it without your top DPS.
All right, and Faze now in an even better position just because of Surefour having to get back. McCree, not exactly the swiftest of dudes in getting back to the fight. 3 ultimates up here for C9, 3 up for Faze, and Forsaken. Been talking a lot about his Grautons all night, and he has a chance for a game-winning, series-winning Grauton potentially. He does it well. Grauton is going to come out, pulls in 4. Is the follow-up going to be there? Shadow Burn is in, has the nano boost. Doesn't get as much as he wants. 0 kills off that Graviton. Hopefully didn't cast his curses, says Factor Fiction. Comes in with the Earth Shatter, knocks down 2. C9 down 1 player, but still persistently hanging on.
Too Easy gets his whole hog out there trying to get some damage going on. Adam with a killing blow on him as they continue to trade out down there. Surefour is getting a couple kills. There goes Shadowburn. Credit to Adam again with another kill. Now they have the huge numbers advantage. 4v2 on the point. Rock is doing his best to keep Forsaken alive, and he's doing a lot of work. They're going to try to stall this out.
They get out in time. They're speeding out. They're not giving this up. They have Dragon Blade. They can speed out into point. They have a nano boost. Here they go. Is this foolhardy? Is it not? Surefour stop Shadowburn right in his tracks. Not gonna have any part of that in C9. Not giving in easily. Not going quietly into that good night. And they are punishing Faze, and they're gonna get into this hangar phase.
I have a lot of respect for Forsaken and Too Easy. I do not think they can 2v6 that given what they were going into. And now Raucus gets cursed with the bad spawn cleaned up very early. That's going to be tough for them too. So they only have 5 people alive in this fight. Surefour rotating around on the left side, trying to get in great position as the McCree does take a high ground early. No, just gives up on it. Trying to get to the top of the shuttle.
And this is a little problematic here for Faze, and that's a case where I didn't want Caster's Curse Forsaken, but he didn't get that much off the Grauton. It got a lot of people in it, but they weren't ready for a follow-through, and that's part of the skill in landing good Grautons, making sure it's a good situation for your team. So we'll see if Faze can recover. They're at least doing some degree of job in recovering right now, but you look at C9, they have a whole lot of ults here on the menu and a good potential of keeping this going forward. Kaikai's going to look for this Grauton, Surefour's going to look for those happy little skulls. Grauton is out. So is the Deadeye, but Too Easy stops Surefour from just unloading on his team.
While Factor Fiction takes down his counterpart in Rev, Cardis into the back line, and Shadowburn does get the killing blow on it. There is a nice Graviton. Do they have to follow up for it? Now 3 people caught up in it. They do dash through it, get a couple kills. That was the Graviton and the follow-up that they needed. They are on the chase, still looking for more. Want to punish Surefour for being all alone out here.
Surefour's still alive. It's so hard to kill Surefour sometimes. Like, just the fact that he lived there with all that chase down.
It's not like McCree has mobility or escape options. What was that?
Look, just Surefour magic. His inner Tsumi coming out. Don't worry about it.
Well, Faze is absolutely stabilized here, but they are facing off against more ultimates. The big ultimate combination up is Raucus and Shadowburn if they do get aggressed upon. Kaikai in great position up over the top. I think he's going to try to jump in, get some speed, soften everyone up before they fight next.
Shadowburn, Dragon Blade into Nano Boost. Stop Surefour this time. Not going to get eaten by that Deadeye. Gets the 3K and has C9 here on the ropes. 30 seconds remaining. Mendo wants a closer look before falling, but hooks all abound. One good hook deserves another. Too Easy, gonna take out Mendo, and now C9 down to their final push, and they want to win this map here, Hex. I think they do need to get through hangar phase, so arguably C9's tournament life on the line right here, right now. Will they be able to push it through?
The big advantage is that there is sound barrier at this, and there is nothing even close to being ready for this Cloud9 offense, so they're going to have to do it twice the damage that Faze has to do.
Grego going to break it down, potentially going to put a stake in his former team. Faze fully shielded, but they get no kills off of this. C9 plays around it as Surefour punishes Shadowburn. That could not have gone any worse for Faze. Factor Fiction, big Earth Shatter, knocking down 3, charging in. Here comes Too Easy and Forsaken, and the cart cleaned out. C9 now knows what they must defend. If they can't hold Faze even more than Faze held them, that is going to be it. And Faze will be your Alienware Monthly Melee champions.
Once again, Factor Fiction putting on a clinic,
It's just
and
ridiculous.
Shadowburn able to clean up. I mean, they are just playing so well. And honestly, I think Too Easy has done better than Mendo in terms of the hog hooks. He's gotten more influential hooks, gotten more picks, even though Mendo, I think, has played pretty decently, even shutting down Factor Fiction a few times on that run. Too Easy has just gotten the ones that have been more impactful for these team fights, and Faze has put themselves in a very good position to win this tournament right now.
That said, not over yet, because we've seen Gibraltar first be one of the harder points in the game. It looks like it's wide open, but a lot of teams have come very close to getting shut out on first. We haven't necessarily seen it happen, but there's been a lot of last push heroics to get teams just to the shuttle phase in this tournament so far. So not as dire as it might appear for Cloud9, as they could completely just shut them out of first. Shadowburn on this Hanzo. How many lives of leash do you give him? 1, 2, 3?
I think I give him 2 lives on that. I think he'll go for the first push, probably for the second, but even then, he might even pull it after the first and just go Genji, because that has worked out for them.
I say at least 2, because last time he tried this, it didn't work out first push, and then he went second push and killed 3 people, and then they took points. So I'm not going to go away. And I think Faze is a team where you say maybe they're stubborn, but I like consistency. A better word. And I actually like that a little bit more.
Fair enough. I mean, there have been times where Shadowburn's tried something, and then after 1 life, he's decided that that's enough. But I recall the game you're talking about, where it was his 2nd and 3rd lives on Hanzo that were really the impactful ones, where they didn't give it up that early. So I think a lot of it just depends on how Shadowburn feels on it. It's not necessarily a science; it's more of a gut feeling on it. So they're going to give up all this high ground almost immediately. So Shadowburn's going to have the ability to get up here. All he has to do is dodge a hook, which he has to know is coming. They're going to get that Sonic arrow now. A lot of good information of where that Roadhog is. That is one of the biggest values of Hanzo, completely uncontested up top, is they're going to try to just really protect server room.
I feel like Shadowburn was going for the most ridiculous scatter arrow of all time. They're just hoping for RNG to be his favorite. Maybe it was just outright missed, but it did feel like that had a little bit more bounce to it. Either way, Shadowburn up here on the top, looking for that all-important pickoff. Would absolutely love to grab Surefour here if possible, but take a look at C9. C9, they're playing around this pretty well.
I mean, there's been 2 hook attempts on Shadowburn, and honestly, none of them have really even been that close. So they're going to all rotate around the top, knowing that these hooks are not an issue. There's another one goes right into a shield. Kaikai's the only one on the card. They need to turn around and find and kill him. The Maywall working against Kaikai as he barely gets out with his life.
This has been very bloodless here thus far, and yet Faze is getting a whole lot of payload progress. At some point, C9 is going to have to commit and deal with this. Surefour going in, gets hooked by 2 easy, but a good ice block keeps him alive. Here comes Surefour, getting right in Shadowburn's face, turns him into a popsicle, and shatters him in turn. Surefour on this May doing some work, and very likely about to be C9 with the first hold here of the map.
Yeah, I mean, they lost that fight pretty badly, but I think they won the battle. They are going to be down on all charges and things like that, but not too much. They're consistent with them. They're not going to have all 6 like Cloud9 will. But
he just put Raucus in the freezer! This is one way of keeping your opponents on ice.
Well, Raucus is
saving them for a later date. Literally. That was an actual freezer, which staggered Raucus so long. What a play, man.
He got himself in a bad position. He was trying to stay alive back there for his team so that he could take high ground, and when they rotated back in, he would still be alive for them. But, this card progress did make it pretty far. Now, though, it is retreating. So back where we started here, 1:48 on the clock to finish out this first point.
Well, we do have Graviton in to Dragon Strike on the menu here. Forsaken Gun look to set up Shadowburn. Graviton in, pulls in 2. Hungry Dragon is out. And will even get 1 kill. Does eat Mendo, but it's going to stop there. Earth Shatter from Factor Fiction. Oh my goodness, the story continues. He's had such a good day and doesn't want to stop here yet. Surefour not going to be able to do anything against this. And now, with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left, Faze on the verge of winning it all. C9 gonna have to come out with a huge hold here. Not even to the end of Hangar, just to the middle of Hangar. Gonna be rough.
It's gonna be extremely difficult. 3.5 minutes to do so, and I cannot recall the last time I've seen a Reinhardt play this dominantly. This has just been... I'm out of words for how to describe how Factor Fiction is playing. There is no keystroke out of place for him tonight.
Take a look at Surefour right now. He's going to be coming in. Weather report is on the way. It's about to get chilly. Has to. Wall is up. Blizzard is in. And Surefour. Blizzard takes out Shadowburn. He gets deep in onto Raucus. And this is going to be enough to buy C9 some time. But Hex, with 3 minutes left, they have to do this multiple times in a row. One more team fight loss, and C9 is out of it.
Yeah, Cart's so close with the nose touching the yellow box of victory right there. So they are going to have... Well, I mean, the thing that should terrify them is that Factor Fiction's gonna have another Earth Shatter ready. And if history is any indicator, that could be the game-winning play. Short 4 is up over the top here, trying to get his flanking Mayon. No one really with a high ground answer.
Right now, just laying in Icicle after Icicle, but look, it's 4.24 meters away. C9 has to commit more to the payload, but Factor Fiction, once more, the Earth Shatter setting up Sure for failure. Grego still in this, potentially about to beat his former team. Too easy with a hook, and is this gonna be it, X? It will! It will be Faze taking the map, taking the series, and taking the tournament. They are your Alienware Monthly Melee champions for the month of October. Congratulations to Faze.
Slasher said this might develop into one of the better rivalries. I hope so. I hope these teams have to play against each other several more times. It was extremely entertaining, and I think, you know, given a long enough timeline, Cloud9 could win some of these sets, but what could be more fitting? Factor Fiction, play the game Reinhardt, gets them all in the corner.
So, play the game, of course, coming out by Factor Fiction, and why not? He, honestly, very arguably the MVP of the entire tournament. Just very consistent, very great plays for Faze. And sure, Shadowburn is a great story, a great DPS, but it's Factor Fiction's consistency which is really stands out, where you know he's going to get those great Reinhardt plays, at least in a few fights, every map without fail. And not every team can rely on a Reinhardt like that.